Welcome to the Real P&L Trading Show, where every week I share my real account, each tied to a specific trading system, so you can see exactly how each strategy performs in real time. And I also share my proprietary safe wheel strategy for free here. Let me make sure that everything is working okay. You can hear me. And let me know in the comments that you can hear me okay. And be sure to post any questions you might have earlier rather than later. That way I can get to them, because sometimes I'm ending the broadcast and questions and comments are coming in. All right, let's get started here. First, I'm always going to talk about, well, you can see my account here. Let's see which one we're going to talk about here. The Earnings Edge, you can see my account. I have an open position right now on AVGO. So you can see I'm down $685 in the open position. So let's take a look at I got 14,000 on the Netlick, 14,757. Let's put that in the spreadsheet. 14,757. Down a little bit because of this current position. Let's see what is SPY trading right now. 587.19, down a little bit from last week. And you can see with my Earnings Edge, the last trade I made was Costco, made $1,494. I currently have an open position, and right now my Earnings Edge 3.0 since the beginning of 2025 has 10 wins, 1 loss, a 90% win rate, average win $1,008, average loss $516. And the Earnings Edge since the beginning of 2022 is up 195%. I'm up 143% just in 2025. And the S&P is up 0.29%. So the S&P is flat for the year. What are we in May? So it's been 5 months and the S&P is flat. And since 2022, the S&P is up 23.6%. Okay, so that is the Earnings Edge. And you can see it here. So you can see my open position right here. You can see how the P&L is moving. And you can see what I've made, $9,300 since year to date. All right, and next we're going to talk about the PL5, not the PL5 Pro, but wait, no, let me see. It's going to be the PL5 Pro is next on the list. Let me check. PL5 Pro kind of hit a low here, 400,600. It's starting to kind of recover a little bit finally. Let's see how it looks. It's been a while since it's started to recover. And yeah. So the P&L is 405,231. 405,231. Let's take a look at that. 405,231. So it's up about $5,000 from last week. Still down 13.5%. The market's break even, so I'm definitely underperforming. But I feel like I'm 98% sure. But by the end of the year, I'm going to be up and possibly outperforming the S&P. But you can see the total for the PL5 Pro started July 19, 2024. It's at break even, and the market's up 7% since then. So I'm underperforming by about 7%, which is not too bad considering I updated the program. I had an interesting situation where the market crashed, which was nothing out of the ordinary, but the system didn't handle that crash as well. So I had to kind of tweak it a little bit, as well as the other 4 crashes before it. The other 4 crashes before it handled it very nicely. But not the end of the world here. We're going to make our way back, and still, at break even. So I haven't, I'm not down money since I started. Okay, so that is the PL5 Pro. Let's talk about the PL5, right? This one's a little more closely tied to the S&P 500. It'll draw down with it, and then it'll go up with it. Let's see what the PL5 is doing. I can't share the entire screen because it'll show my account number with Interactive Brokers. There's no way to kind of hide your account number, not that I know of. If anyone knows how to do that, let me know. 31,093. So down a couple $100 last week. 31,093. So with the PL5, you can see from July 16, 2024, I'm up 3.64. The market's up 4.24. So pretty much break even with the market. Down 6% this year, and the market is at break even, but vastly outperformed the market in the last half of 2024, 10% to 4%. Okay, so that's doing okay, pretty much the same as the S&P since inception. I expect this one to outpace the S&P over time, and we'll see how that does. And now let's talk about the Safe Wheel. So the Safe Wheel, I'm going to show the account. Safe Wheels, this account here, NetLick, 5725. 5725, so down just a little bit from last week. Up 4.47, so up 4.5% this year. The S&P's up 0.29. So the S&P's flat, and the Safe Wheel is outperforming by about 4%. Overall, the Safe Wheel's up 4.5 since 2022. The Safe Wheel's up 4.5, 14.5%, and the S&P's up 23.63. But the Safe Wheel has a much lower drawdowns, about half the drawdowns. So on a nominal basis, it's underperforming, but on a risk-adjusted basis, it's outperforming just by a little bit. And that is the Safe Wheel. Now I'm going to actually trade the Safe Wheel. I've made virtually every trade with the Safe Wheel right here live, except for the long calls that I buy every Friday. So I did buy a long call Friday. I bought the 36 call, and it's down a little bit. And let's see. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the hedges. I got my long call, and I also have my put hedge. I want to make sure I have 3 questions for my put hedge. Number 1 is, am I long 200 shares? Because if I am, I want to know if it's paid off. And the answer is no, I'm not long 200 shares. So I do nothing there. The other question is my put hedge under 100 days? Because I don't want it to depreciate too quickly. No, it's 115 days, so it's doing fine. And then the other question is this strike price, 22, close enough to LI's actual price of 28.25? So let's take a look at that. It's got to be within 70%. So 22 divided by 28.25, and it is within 77%, which is great. As long as it's within 70%, it's good. So it's close enough. So looking at the put hedge, nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with this long call here, because that's the hedge for this hedge. Now I just run the traditional wheel. I sold a put last week. I collected the premium and didn't get assigned. So I just got to collect the premium, kept it. And ABC, right? Always be collecting. I'm always collecting premium with a Safe Wheel. No matter what's going on, I'm collecting premium. I don't get stuck in the, like a traditional wheel. I don't get stuck in it. I'm always collecting. So what I'm going to do now is I have my hedges in place, and I'm going to go ahead and sell a put on LI. So I'm going to go to the trade tab, and I'm going to do it 3 days from now. Always the weeklies, the ones that expire at the end of the week. Today's Tuesday, so I'm not probably going to get as much premium as I normally would get. But let's look at the puts. I want to sell something out of the money. It looks like we're coming into earnings based on how much premium there is. Let's take a look at the chart for LI. Yeah, you can tell how much when we're coming into premiums, coming into earnings based on the premium. It looks like it's going to be on the 29th. That's 2 days from now. Today's Tuesday. So Thursday, which is good. Doesn't matter. I'm going to collect some premium. I want to get at least $28 and I can probably get that around the 25.50 mark, possibly the 26 mark for sure. I'm going to go with the 26.50, and I'm going to sell because of the fact that I could probably get the $28 at 25.50, but I'm not sure. So I know I can get it at the $26 strike. I know I can get the premium that I want to get. What is the premium I want to get? It's 1% of the actual price of the underlying. So I know I can get it at the 26 strike. So I usually go one back if I can stay out of the money, which I can. So I'm going to go at the 26.50. I'm going to sell one of these, collect around 53 bucks. I'm going to do one of these based on having between $5,000 and $10,000. I trade 3 put hedges and one contract for the wheel. If I had between $5,000 and $10,000, I would trade 2 contracts and 6. If I had between $15,000 and $20,000, I would trade 3 and 9. So you can see how the system it's already sized up. And I always want to trade a stock between 20 and 40. So I keep things sized properly. Okay, mid price dropped to 52. Okay, so I just filled there at 52 cents. So I collected $52. I'm always collecting. We'll see if I get assigned below. If the stock runs below 26.50, I'll get assigned, and I have a 22 put to cover me, or the underlying could shoot higher, and what would happen is my put hedge would lose a lot of value. It's actually not too highly valued at the moment, but I would also have this call to cover me just in case there's something crazy that happens. It would cover me here. Okay, I did kind of overpay here for this call. I need to check that because typically I don't pay more than $7. And I don't remember paying $15 for this call right here, but that's what it says that I paid for it, which is odd, but it is what it is. And there's my protection to the upside. Okay, so that is the safe wheel for today. I just trade it once a week. I come in, I don't even really look at the account until either Monday, usually Mondays, or today is Tuesday because the market was closed yesterday. But I really don't even look at this account but once a week. All right, let's take a look and see if there's any questions or comments here. Will says, good morning. Audio's great. Thanks. I appreciate you letting me know that the audio's good. Shovel says that he was first here, even though he was second. And Will says, thanks for all your free content. Huge with the 5-day safe wheel course. Pretty amazing what you give us versus the others. Yes. So right now, free for a limited time, I'm giving away the safe wheel strategy. I'm giving away the course, and that includes the master class, and it includes the flow chart. And usually I sell that for $495, but I'm giving that away for free. And you can look in the link in the description below this video, and you can get the safe wheel masterclass for free. It took me a long time to put that together. 270 Mad Mike says, hit that like button. I would appreciate it if you hit the like button. There's a lot of people out there that are probably maybe trading the wheel strategy, or they're just learning options, or they're trading options and they're not making money, or they're losing a lot of money. And if they find this video right here, they'll be able to trade the safe wheel for free. So I think it would be helpful if you hit the like button, and that would help other people find me, and it would help other people learn how to trade. And I think learn how to trade properly, which means that they'd be selling premium because there's an edge, but you need to be hedged when you sell premium. You can't just sell premium. You can get beat up pretty bad if you do that. And I think a lot of people have learned that. So hit that like button. I would appreciate it. Kevin, good morning from Florida. Will says, I'm a bit boomer with tech. I figured out the 5-day lessons course, but maybe make a video walk through at what people are looking at when they sign up. You know what? I think that's a really good idea. Let me write that down. I've got to write things down or I'm going to forget. Like a walkthrough video. through the course. That's a good idea. Safe wheel course. I appreciate that input. Will says it's only free for the next 5 days, or do I keep the course? So it's free for your forever. Like it's not just free for 5 days, but it should take you about 5 days if you haven't traded options or you're relatively new to options. It should take you it's a 5-day course basically, and it's meant to be done in 5 days. And does it stay unlocked permanently for you? Yes. So you permanently have access to that course as long as you remember your credentials. Even if you don't remember them, you can get them sent to you if you forget your password. So yeah, it's free forever. Investment sketches. Interesting. If I open a new LI position now, that the 3-put hedge is close to 100 days to expiration, do I have to go through all the filters? No, I mean, you could technically open up at this $22 put here. Yeah, it's a 77%. I typically make this within 80%. You could, but you're going to move it in about 15 days. But yeah, you could just go ahead and put these positions on right here. I mean, that would be the easy way to go. You wouldn't have to worry about going through all the filters and all that kind of stuff. I mean, how many filters are there? 4, 6? It's not too difficult to go through the filters. Really easy course, easy, especially with the flow chart. Tells you exactly what to do, when to do this, when to do that, depending on the situation. So yeah, I developed it, so I have it all memorized. And you can watch me trade it too, obviously. But yeah, you can go ahead and I would. If I was just learning, I would go ahead and just put on the exact positions that I have on right here and follow me for a while. That's what I would do. But I can't, give you financial advice or anything, but that's what I would do. Okay. So again, don't forget, get lifetime access right here. So I have it on the bottom. So lifetime access, weekly coaching. Now that weekly coaching is what's happening right now live on YouTube. And of course, the flow chart is going to tell you exactly how to go through and exactly what to do next. It's black and white rules. Okay, so hopefully you guys that helps you. I want to do something for you guys. I want to make sure that you get some value, and so that's why I created this, and I decided to give away the Safe Wheel Masterclass for free because I want to give you guys something good, something of value. All right. So I don't see any more questions or comments. So in parting, what I like to say, if the P&L is not real, what else are they trying to conceal? And I'll be back next week. I appreciate you guys.